What's going on, guys? It's Cole here with Brentford today, coming at you with some more Breath of the Wild news for you guys today, my friends. We're going to be talking a little bit about the Breath of the Wild DLC specifically. There's a lot of controversy around it, a lot of mixed feelings. Some people hate it, some people love it, some people just, they're kind of neutral. They don't really care, but they're going to get it, or they're not going to get it. I don't know. But there's a mixed bags of feelings, okay? One of the things I've been hearing a lot, which I think is a little bit ridiculous of a statement personally, is that people are assuming that Nintendo cut some content from the game to put it as DLC. And I mean, Nintendo has a great track record, first of all. They're not the kind of company that does that. They always take every last minute of time to develop their game. And that is true with this as well. So Bill Trinen, he's the head of marketing for Nintendo, and he was on the Nintendo Voice Chat. So that's IGN's Nintendo podcast. And he was asked about the DLC and what he thinks about it, about the mixed emotions, the controversy, if you will. And what he had to say was exactly that Nintendo developers always take right until the last minute, every minute they have to develop a game. They put everything they can into it, and it's evident, man. We should have a little bit more trust for Nintendo, looking back at their track record and all the games they've ever created. Then as far as DLC goes, he mentioned Mario Kart 8. And if you guys look at Mario Kart 8, they did DLC the right way. Like I said before, is we got the same amount of content out of Mario Kart 8 as we did in any other Mario Kart game. We got the same amount of tracks and characters, and we had a good substantial amount of content in there. And then they decided later on to add more to it, to develop more after the game released, okay? And so the same is true with Breath of the Wild, okay? So we seen literally just a couple weeks ago that they posted, kind of a celebration party that, it was showing that they had basically gone gold for Breath of the Wild. That is not including DLC, okay? So the game itself went gold. They just finished it, finally, just a couple weeks ago, not that long ago. And so if you think about that, I mean, where would they have time to even have, create a DLC? And again, people think that, they took a chunk of the game out to put it as DLC. That is not true. They use every last resource and every last minute to give you guys the best experience out of the game. The reason they created DLC is because they created this huge world of Hyrule. They created this massive world, the Kingdom of Hyrule. As we see in Breath of the Wild, it's such a gigantic world, and there's so much to do in it, but they wanted you guys to do more in it, okay? So, they looked at the world, they spent so much energy, so much time creating this game that they thought, it'd be disappointing to just kind of one and done, that, this would be kind of the only game that they would use to explore this specific world. And so they thought, well, if we add some story to it, we can create some more story as DLC, so, people can explore the world even more, have more to do in this world that they've spent so much time creating post game. And so that's why they're creating DLC. And the reason it's not even coming out for several months, like, first of all, the first part of the DLC, the first pack, comes out in summer, and then the major part, which is the second pack that has the story, the new story to it, that comes out near Christmas time. And the reason it's going to take so long to come out is because it's in development. Bill Trinen himself said the content is in development, okay? They literally just started developing the DLC, and so it's going to take a while to actually finish it. So it's not something that they cut from the game to put as DLC, nothing like that. That's not the way Nintendo does their business. It's not how they go about it. And Nintendo has a lot more respect for their fans than that. We should trust them for that. So I just quickly wanted to kind of mention that to you guys, and rest assured that nothing's being cut from the game. It's literally an extra. It's literally additional content. DLC. It's additional content. Nothing was cut from the game. So I really hope people are going to stop kind of making those accusations, because like I said, Nintendo is better than that. They're still a business, but they run their business more respectably than that. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Like I said, man, don't be so hard on Nintendo, man. They have a lot more respect for their fans than that. But again, if you guys want to check out the Nintendo Voice Chat podcast that has Bill Trinen on it, I will link it in the description below. But like I said, it's DLC that's additional content, and for the reasons that Bill Trinen explains, it makes complete sense. And I'm personally excited to play both the game and then the DLC later on this year. So I will catch you guys in the next video. Make sure you guys subscribe to the comment channel, all that awesome stuff. And like always, until next time, game on.